On their journey to Rivendell, the hobbits faced many perils. Firstly, stealing from Farmer Maggot's crop, then being chased by the Nazgul. Eventually, they crossed Buckleberry Ferry for a brief moment of safety in Bree, where they met Strider. After evading the ringwraiths once more, their journey took them into the wild. As they continued to walk eastward across country, Aragorn and the hobbits stopped to rest within the old ruined watchtower of Amon Sul. This former seat of power once held one of the Palantirs in the time of Elendil, though many years of war and ruin have seen it abandoned and in despair. While the hobbits rest, Strider goes off to scout the surrounding lands. In the depths of night, the hobbits' hunger provokes them to start a small fire in hopes of cooking a quick meal of tomatoes, sausages, and some nice crispy bacon. However, their innocent endeavor has had some dire consequences. My name is Jacob Lucas, the Conquest creator, and welcome to episode 2 of the Conquest of the Ringbearer campaign. In this series, we're playing the missions in the Quest of the Ringbearer supplement. Episode 1 saw us play the Farmer Maggot's crop scenario, and over on our Patreon, we've now played the Buckleberry Ferry scenario, and now we have Weathertop. If you like this content, then make sure you subscribe, because the next mission will be the Gates of Moria, where the Fellowship will face the Watcher in the water. For this scenario, we have a few special rules. Flaming brands. All of the members of the Fellowship, with the exception of Frodo, have a flaming brand. If a model with a brand wins a fight against a ringwraith, that ringwraith must move d6 inches away from that model. Additionally, once per game, Aragorn may use that flaming brand as a throwing weapon, which will immediately set ablaze any model that it hits. Aragorn will not start the game in the tower, and this is because he's out scouting. Instead, at the end of each good move phase, roll a d6. On a 3+, he will arrive, but may not charge. And finally, the Cry of the Nazgul. Once per game, the Nazgul may give a shrieking cry. This reduces the courage of all good models by 3 for the rest of that turn. Alright, let's meet our players and then get into this game.
Hey guys, it's Alex from Mountain Goat Gaming, and I'm back today to continue with the Quest of the Ringbearer. Today I'll be taking control of the evil side, the 5 ringwraiths led by their leader, the Witch King of Angmar. My aim is actually to conserve as many resources as possible. My ringwraiths have no might, no fate, and most of them have just 7 will, so I'm not going to be throwing out too many spells, but hopefully I can get a lot of work done before Aragorn rocks up.
I'm Jacob Lucas, the Conquest creator, and in today's video, I'm going to be playing the Fellowship of the Ring. I've got the 4 hobbits with Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin, and later on, Aragorn's going to be arriving to hopefully save me. Today's scenario will be played within the Watchtower of Amon Sul. This mission sees the 4 hobbits deployed in the center tower, with 5 ringwraiths in base contact with the outside of the tower. One of these ringwraiths is the Witch King with a Morgul blade ready to kill the Ringbearer. The scenery that we are playing on was designed here at Conquest Creations, and it's our Hilltop Ruin set. This set 3D prints in 9 easy pieces, but if you want to save time, you can just print the ruins on top, which can clip to the base. All of our terrain here at Conquest Creations is optimized for wargaming. That means there isn't any wobbly model syndrome with our large stairways. Models can move through all the doorways, and we've thought about how our scenery will affect your battlefield. If you want to get your hands on this piece, then there are a number of ways to do so. You can buy the STL files directly on our website or our My Mini Factory page. However, if you want to save some money, get access to exclusive content, and support the channel at the same time, then you can jump on our Patreon, where if you subscribe to the Conquest Champions tier before the 21st of October, then you'll get the Halfling Farmstead set, this Hilltop Ruin set, and our River Ferry set included, all for a lower price than this piece is alone. In the coming months, we're going to be creating terrain that will suit every mission that we play in the Conquest of the Ringbearer campaign. In scenarios, the good player gets to move first, so I went with my hobbits, and we're just trying to get as far away from the Witch King as possible, even if that means getting closer to some of the other ringwraiths. That goes into your movement phase. What's the plan here?
So I'm going to start with this ringwraith out the back. I'm going to try 1 dice compel, on Merry, who's sitting right there. I'll need a 4+ to do that. No Sil dice to help me here. I do get a 4.
All right. I do have resistant to magic as a hobbit, so I'm going to use that. I get a free 1 dice to resist, and I've got a 6, so I have successfully resisted that spell.
This ring wraith will complete its movement by just charging straight into Pippin. Unfortunately, the spell didn't go off because of the hobbit's resistance to magic, but now we've charged in. One's on Pippin, one is on Frodo and Sam, and the other 3 are trying to trap and kill Merry.
All right, the first combat is going to be Pippin fighting this Nazgul. I'm on a 4, you're on a 1, so I've won that. Now I have a flaming brand. So that means that you're going to move back D6 inches, but before that, I'm going to see if I can wound you, which I can't. So I'll roll to see how far back you go. 5 inches directly away from Pippin. So the Nazgul just backs up, but he bumps into that wall so he doesn't quite fall off the edge. That goes into our next combat. Frodo and Sam fighting against one ring wraith. Here's Frodo, and here's Sam. Oh, it's a coach dice. Oh, all right. So that's going to go to me again. I'll see if I can wound. Here's Frodo. He's got a 5. Is that worth a point of might?
You might help. You'll still need 6 by 5.
It's 6 by 5, so this would turn it into a 5 by 4. I'm going to save the might. I think I'm going to need it later. So I'll roll to see if Sam can wound you. He could spend the point of might, and he's going to. So he's going to spend that to turn that into a 6. And then this has to be a 4. Got it.
Am I a 070 wraith?
Yes, you are.
Oh, so I'm dead.
You're dead.
Oh, awesome.
And the last fight is Merry fighting 2 ring wraiths and the Witch King. I'll set the bar for you. Oh, you have just managed to win that. Now, my defense is only 3. So you need 4s to wound, and I am unfortunately going to be trapped.
So I'm going to do the first 2 wraiths who both would have fainted. So rerolling 1s, wounding on 4s. Oh my lord. I have no wounds yet. I reroll the 1s.
Wow. Okay. And now the Witch King.
This sucks.
There's 1 wound from the Witch King.
So bad.
All right. I've got a fate point to stay alive. 4 up. I'm alive. Oh my god. Wow. That is absolutely ridiculous to survive that. Merry is doing pretty well. Here's turn 2 priority. That's going to go to the evil side.
So I severely underestimated the strength of these hobbits. I'm going to have to use some more magic and do something before I get overwhelmed. It's going to start with a black dart.
Oh, huge.
I'm just going to go for Merry. This lad right here, I'm going to do 1 dice.
All right, you cast Black Dart on a 5. Let's see it. That is a successful cast. Don't roll the wound yet because I need to resist this. I don't.
It's a strength 9 hit, 3s to wound. Yes, I actually did something.
That will do it. And a cloud of darkness comes out of the ring wraith, engulfs Merry, and his fate has run out. He is dead. So when's that ring wraith going to finish its move?
He's actually going to come around and go and tag Pippin.
Okay.
This ring wraith here, before charging in, go and do a compel on Sam. And I don't get it with just a 3.
So that means that Sam is not compelled. Where's he going to finish his move?
He's going to go and charge into both Sam and Frodo. Surely I don't die to magic. I'm going to do this ring wraith at the back to go in and trap poor man Pippin. And then the Witch King is going to try and achieve his task and go into Frodo.
Brilliant. So he might be drawing the Morgul Blade this turn. And I didn't really have a move phase because everyone was engaged, but because this is the second turn, I need to roll a dice, and on a 4-up, Aragorn will arrive. Let's see if he makes it in. He does. So I can place him anywhere in base contact with the edge of the tower, and he can move, but he cannot charge. And that goes into the combat phase. Alex, you don't have any heroics because you don't have any might, but I'll have a heroic combat with Sam in here. He gets that for free with the Let Him Go Longshank special rule. If Frodo's in combat within 6 inches of him, he can call a free heroic combat. If he wins it, he does need to go and save Frodo. That's all the heroics I'm going to call. All right, let's start with Sam's combat. He killed one last turn. Oh, can he do it again? Oh, you'll win that on 5 value.
4s to wound.
That's another 6. That is a wound. I'm going to use my fate point straight away. I passed the fate.
We're going to do Pippin while he's trapped and try and get rid of another Hobbit before Aragorn gets into the ring wraith.
Yeah, all right. I'm just going to strike normal. Are you going to feint?
Yep, on 1.
Oh, no.
Clutch 6, thankfully.
Okay, I am trapped, so that's 4 dice.
So let's do the first guy that didn't faint, needing 4s.
There's 1 wound.
And then one that did faint, rerolling 1s. That's 2 wounds.
That's 2 wounds. Even if I pass my fate, which I didn't, I'll be dead. All right, the last fight is the one that could, technically end the game. It's Frodo versus the Witch King. That's going to go to you on 5 value, and I could spend might here. I'm not going to.
I don't think it's worth it, but 4s to wound Frodo from the Witch King. No Morgul Blade. Gets a wound.
There is a wound. Okay, so you didn't choose to use a Morgul Blade.
No.
In that case, I think I just have to take the wound.
Yep, keep the fate to hold off the Morgul Blade later.
And that takes us into next turn. Let's roll priority and see what happens.
All yours.
That does go to me. Anything for you to declare, Alex?
So I have no might, so can't call any heroic moves, but I'm going to use the Cry of the Nazgul special rule, which means that all good models will have -3 courage this turn. Hopefully that'll hold off at least the Hobbits, maybe even Aragorn, from charging this turn.
I'm going to start with Aragorn. He needs to pass a courage test to charge. He's rolled a 7. He's base courage 6. There's the Harbinger of Evil and the Cry of the Nazgul special rule, which means he fails that by 1. So I'm going to use his free point of might to pass that so he can charge. Next, I'll go with Frodo. And he has passed. And with Frodo's move, he's going to continue trying to fight. He's just going to charge this ring wraith. And finally, we'll finish off with Sam. Can I get all 3? And yes, I just passed all 3. He's just going to charge in, hopefully get a free heroic combat off this ring wraith. Alex, you don't have anything to do in your movement phase. That goes straight to the combat phase. I'm going to start with a heroic combat from Sam for free, but that's everything. I'll set the bar with Sam. He's on a 5. You're
Just
on a 2. So, can I do a wound to you? I cannot, but I'm going to push you back D6 with my flaming brand. It's going to be 4 inches directly away from me. The next fight is Aragorn fighting the Witch King and one other wraith. Do you want to set the bar for me?
Yeah. Big 4.
Big 5. So I will win that. There's nothing you can do about it. 6s to wound. I'll spend 1 of the might from his store to turn that into a 6, and that will kill one of the wraiths. Because the Witch King survives, he has to go back D6, just 3 inches. And the last one, it's Frodo fighting a wraith. Oh, that's not a good start.
I auto win.
It's also not good for you. You do auto win.
You have a might point.
I do have I have 2 might points on Frodo. And you know what? I guess I'll spend it and I'll roll the wound. No. And he doesn't have a flaming brand.
Yeah.
That takes us into next turn. I've got a 3 for the priority. You're on a 1, so go straight to the good side. I'm going to start by moving Aragorn. He's going to take a courage test, which he has passed. That means that he's going to move up within 1 inch of the Witch King, and then he's going to throw his flaming brand. Aragorn hits on 3s, and he's got it. Now that doesn't wound you, but it does automatically set you ablaze.
It's just a strength 9 hit. What could possibly happen?
On the roll of a 4, you're just straight up dead.
I'm straight up dead.
Got him. Aragorn isn't within range of the next Nazgul, so he's just going to move as close as possible. Sam's moving next, and he's just going to charge into this Nazgul. He passed his courage test. Frodo also passed his courage test, and he's just going to charge into this Nazgul. Let's try to finish them this turn. We're going to start the combat phase with Sam calling a free heroic combat. I've got a 4.
I have a 4.
That means that you're going to win it. Can you put a wound on me?
Forced to wound.
No, not quite. So I'll just back up. And next we've got Frodo. I'm on a 1.
Don't roll a 1.
You've rolled a 4, so even with my 1 point of might, I can't win that. Can you put a wound on me?
4s.
So close, but not quite enough. That goes to priority for next turn. I'm on a 6.
Oh yeah, I can try and do something. Oh my god.
Wow.
You gotta spend a free might point.
I'll spend a free point of might with Aragorn to move first.
Damn it.
Aragorn has to move first. He's actually going to run away from the Ringbearer and charge into this ring wraith. It did cost him a point of will, but That's okay. I don't think he's going to need them too much at this stage. Sam also had to spend a point of will, but he's going to help out Strider in that fight because he's going to get a free heroic combat. And finally, Frodo is just going to one-on-one this Ringwraith, but he's hopefully got some support on the way very soon. We're going to start with a free heroic combat from Sam, and he's got Aragorn in there. Do you want to set the bar?
Not really, but I'll roll it.
That's not good. I'll roll Sam's 1 dice. I've got it. Let's see if Sam can get the kill.
It's because of my bad attitude.
No, Sam doesn't get the kill. Can Aragorn get the kill? He's got a 5.
Might loser.
He'll spend the point of might and take that model out. There's 1 Ringwraith left, and I can now move with Aragorn and Sam. Sam doesn't quite have the move to get into combat, but Aragorn does, so he's going to help out the Ringbearer. All right, let's do this last fight. Do you want to set the bar again?
I'm going to win Frodo. Non.
Oh no. Here's Frodo's dice. We've won the fight. Can Frodo get the kill? It's a 5. He'll spend his last point of might. He needs a 4. He does it. The Ringbearer saves himself and kills the last Ringwraith. And that is the end of the match with a victory to the Fellowship. We've slain all of the Nazgul.
The scenario's ended and the Ringwraiths have been defeated and sent off. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a Morgul Blade wound onto Frodo. We'll be back next time at the Fort of Rohan.
And that is game. That went really, really well for the Fellowship. In fact, it went better than it did in the lore. Frodo got stabbed, but not with a Morgul Blade, so he is still full health to continue his journey to Rivendell. This has been Conquest Creations, and thank you for watching.